Yes. So I'm responsible for countries of Northern and Eastern Europe and some countries of Asia, and we'll give a report on projects in those countries. So can we have slides? Yes. Well, we'll start with Nepal, where we have a lot of projects and activity at the moment. You have all heard about the disaster of earthquake in April in Nepal, which has affected the country greatly. That's why we are focusing on the reconstruction of Nepal. And we know that reconstruction of a country cannot be only on the physical level, but also on the level of collective consciousness or spiritual level. That's why we are focusing not only on buildings, but on creating or expanding groups of Pandits and Gurukul schools. And here in this picture, we see Raja Kingsley and the National Director of Nepal, Deepak Baskota, together with the Prime Minister of the country, our Global Minister of Architecture, together with Raja of Nepal, have presented or prepared a proposal on reconstruction of Nepal in accordance with natural law based on Vastu architecture. And this proposal has been presented to the minister. Meanwhile, we are focusing, as I mentioned, on reconstructing the country from the angle of raising the consciousness. In Nepal, that traditionally, since hundreds of years, they're functioning in almost every village, so-called gurukuls, which are schools run by the village with spiritual angle. And very many of these gurukuls have adopted Maharishi's programs and joined Transcendental Meditation program, and are also open to apply Vastu. Next slide, please. We have visited a few months ago quite many, I think 8 of these gurukuls in eastern Nepal, and giving presentations also on Vastu. And we could see that in many places they are functioning in very basic, very simple accommodations or conditions. That's why we want to offer Vastu building. And can we go back to the slide, 2 slides back? Yes. So this is a plan, a standard design for a Gurukul campus for 192 Pandits. And in several locations in Nepal, we are offered land where such campuses can be built. And forwards, thank you. Yes, this is the delegation visiting Gurukuls last autumn. And next. In Nepal, just outside of Kathmandu, in the town of Pokhara, there is a Mount Everest school who has adopted Maharishi's program and became Maharishi consciousness-based education school. They also suffered from recent earthquake, and they turned to us for designing a new building, which will be a Vastu building. And that Vastu building will be for 600 to 700 students in 4 floors with 30 classrooms. And next. We are also working on a Kathmandu Peace Palace, and this building is to accommodate the national administration and the leaders of Maharishi's organization. There will be also Raja Suite there and other facilities for guests. And this is being built on land offered by Baskota family. Deepak Baskota, the national director, has offered his own land next to his house to build for the Peace Palace, where he and his wife will also move. And the Peace Palace has been planned in traditional Nepalese style. And next, then there is a bigger project. It's called Maharishi Ayurveda Bhavan. And in May this year, a building permission was granted to our plans for this Ayurvedic health center in Pokhara. This is one of the largest cities and main center for tourism near Annapurna Peak. So this is the most popular place among tourists. And this health facility with a beautiful view over Fiva Lake and Annapurna Peak will offer 20 residential rooms and 16 treatment rooms for Maharishi Panchakarma for international guests. And the road is being built at the moment to this facility, and construction should start very soon. And next, here I have an interior with nice view over the lake and the mountains, snowy mountains, Annapurna and others. And next, we have also several projects of peace colonies, Vastu peace colonies. One of them is in Croatia, near Zagreb, and our new Vastu consultant, Dunja Kos, is taking care of this project more and more. This is planned for about 30 families. And next, in Sweden, there is a Veda Park project going on since a couple of years. In southern Sweden, it's a vacation village developed by Gunnar Kastbjerg, who is an architect. And then this spring, near Stockholm, another developer, Sven Erik Stigsten, and his partners are planning in Avaktar, outside of Stockholm, a Vastu community. Next. This is the master plan for that small community in Avaktar, near Stockholm. And next. In Estonia, also new project started. Peace colony just outside of Tallinn, which is a rural or agricultural for organic agriculture. So there won't be that many houses, but these are actually not individual houses, what you see, but these are blocks of 10, 15 apartments each on each piece of land connected with agriculture. And next. I should also mention that there's another project in Latvia, in the Brahmastan of Latvia, also a peace colony for about 30 units, together with facilities like clinic and peace palace. But this illustration shows facade of a peace palace in Istanbul, built by Albert and Vesile Baruch. And let us see the next slide. Here we have pictures of their groundbreaking from last year, and then foundation and walls. Walls are up and roof is already being built, so they are progressing well. And the Peace Palace will be blessing the whole country. This is another Peace Palace project going on in Scotland, in Edinburgh, developed by or led by Andy Pringle, who is also our new Vastu consultant, and local architect Robert Chalmers. And now they're waiting for a building permission decision from the local authorities. The drawings are ready otherwise. Next. In Ireland, there is also a Peace Palace and Course Centre on the island of Inisrahe. It has been inaugurated already almost a year ago, and now they are expanding. They are going to build the next building, and we'll be going there in a few days to help developing the plans. And many new projects are coming in Poland. We have also a new Vastu consultant there, an architect, Andrzej Baran, with whom, by the way, 40 years ago we've studied together architecture in Warsaw, not knowing that we'll be doing anything with Vastu or even with transcendental meditation. Anyway, this is a project in the south of Poland for Vastu for Kipchak family. And it's almost built, it's almost ready. It should be ready within coming weeks. And another project that is under construction in central Poland for Mr. Krzyżanowski, a more modern building, but with nice symmetry on each side. And next, and other projects led by Andrzej Baran, Vastu for Michalak family near Warsaw, just completed. Then Vastu for Kędzia family in the city of Łódź in the center of Poland, construction starting. And then individual house with Maharishi Ayurveda clinic for Mr. Krzysztof Słowiński. He's a doctor and TM teacher. This is near Wrocław, and planning is starting. And then retirement home for architects, and this is in cooperation with Polish Architects Association. And next, in Ukraine, there are a couple of projects. One, Vastu for family Blazievski, very nice family, very dedicated to Maharishi's knowledge, and since several years they are focusing on this. Now their building is already under the roof, and they are working on finishing it. And next project started this spring for family Brovko in Dnipropetrovsk. The previous project was near Kiev. This is Dnipropetrovsk in eastern Ukraine, and they had in May groundbreaking ceremony, and now they're starting on foundations. Groundbreaking and foundation stone, as you can see. And next, in Russia, there are several projects in process. There are 3 individual house projects in Moscow region, and then one Vastu house completed these days in Rostov-on-Don. These projects near Moscow, and all these 4 projects actually, I hope we'll soon have photographs to show and to report beautiful Vastu houses. And next, in Denmark, a Vastu house for Thomas Hove is being completed these days, and 2 more Vastu consultations have started. And to end with France, Vastu for Annie Laribe in Medard, in the village of Medard in the south of France, has been just completed a few weeks ago, and the Vastu fence was put up last month. And next, and as a neighbor of Annie on the other side of the street, another TM governor, Bernard Jamois, started constructing his small, nice Vastu house, and it's already covered with roof. And this frame, this space is yet empty, and it is for the photograph of the next Vastu house of each of you who are watching Maharishi Family Chat. And we hope that the Vastu houses will bless fortune-creating homes, will bring fortune also to your families. Jai Gurudev.